What was Hannibal's strategy at the Battle of Zama? Have you ever wondered how one of the most famous generals in history approached a battle that would change the course of warfare? The Battle of Zama, fought in 200 and to before Common Era, was a defining moment in the Second Punic War. Hannibal, the Carthaginian commander, faced off against the Roman general Scipio Africanus in a clash that would determine the fate of Carthage. Hannibal's strategy was shaped by his need to counter the well-trained Roman army. He arranged his forces with elephants at the front. The idea was to use these massive animals to disrupt the Roman infantry lines. Hannibal hoped the elephants would create confusion and panic among the Roman soldiers, softening their ranks for his infantry to exploit. Behind the elephants, Hannibal positioned his experienced infantry in successive lines. This setup allowed them to advance once the elephants had charged. In previous battles, this tactic had proven effective, but at Zama, it did not work as planned. The Romans had adapted their tactics to counter Hannibal's elephants. Hannibal also relied heavily on his cavalry, especially the Numidian cavalry, which had been a crucial part of his forces throughout the war. However, a significant shift occurred before the battle. Many Numidian cavalry members had switched sides to support the Romans under Massinissa. This defection weakened Hannibal's cavalry strength, leaving him at a disadvantage. A key part of Hannibal's plan was to provoke a swift and forceful engagement. He aimed to break the Roman lines quickly before they could deploy their reserves. He believed the elephants would cause enough disruption to allow his infantry to gain the upper hand. Unfortunately for Hannibal, the Romans had prepared for this. They created gaps in their lines to funnel the elephants through, neutralizing them with light skirmishers armed with javelins. Hannibal's strategy also included a strong infantry confrontation. However, he underestimated the coordination and discipline of the Roman forces. The Romans effectively used their cavalry on the flanks, which played a significant role in their victory. After routing Hannibal's cavalry, the Roman forces returned to attack his infantry from the rear. In the end, Hannibal's strategy at Zama revolved around using elephants to disrupt the Roman infantry, followed by a strong infantry assault supported by cavalry. However, the Romans' tactical innovations and the loss of key cavalry allies undermined his plan. This battle marked the decisive end of the Second Punic, where Anne confirmed Rome's military dominance. Hannibal's bold approach, while ambitious, ultimately fell short against the disciplined legions of Scipio Africanus.